Alright, so price is in bullish momentum. Clearly see on the chart chat that we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart.
The D-Money Show.
Out of that trade chat for 20 points, you're seeing it live here on YouTube. D-Money, who's rocking like us? Riding the EMAs. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous lows on the 5-minute chart, kind of map those out. You can see how every time price puts in a low. So I would not be surprised if 26,000 level gets taken today. It's your wrong, baby. I'm back in the VDH. I'm feeling good. The next candles continue to grind higher to the upside. I wrote this momentum up to 900. This is the year 2026, and I'm trying to make a little money. All right, guys, drop a W in the chat for that. If you made money on that trade, let's go. All right, guys, there's 20 points. That boy good. That boy good. Tune in, guys, Monday through Friday, live from the VDH, the D-Money Show. Let's go. What up, what up, what up? We back like we never left. It's Thursday, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tarot 7417, you're the first comment. Crypto Plumber, what up? Market Strike, good morning. We back, guys. It's Thursday. Back in the building. Weather outside is not frosty, but it's a little nasty in South Florida. It's gonna be in the 40s tonight, overnight, chat. I don't know what's going on, man. It's gonna be in the 40s. Good afternoon from rainy London. Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning into the show. UK's wet and cold. Yeah, it's kind of like that right now in South Florida. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Just started to rain, and but hey, we here. We back. Another day. Trying to make a little money. Chevy Ryan, what up, man? Good morning to the biggest and the largest. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, guys. So we out here trying to make a little money. Let's pull up the news. See what we got on the calendar for Thursday. All right, so I don't see any yellow any red folder, chat. I see a lot of yellow folder. I see you got a couple FOMC speakers. One at 9:15. There was one at 8:35. We do have 10:30 a.m. natural gas storage. Let's go. And that's pretty much it, right? So nothing crazy on the news front today, chat. Yeah, where's PW? PW's out fishing, guys. So if you missed the last couple of streams, PW's been out fishing. He's gonna be fishing for the rest of the week. So you rocking out with D-Money. I love you. I love you. Let's go. Unemployment was a red folder. Yeah, you're right on that. Yeah, 8:30 for unemployment. Correct. But I was referring to coming up during the open after 9:30. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, we had a red folder at 8:30. But that I mean, right? I mean, I don't really see a huge impact on unemployment, guys. Now, could I be wrong? Or could we get a crazy move today? Yeah, but look at that 5-minute candle on the unemployment number. It's kind of like indecision. It's like a bullish candle above the EMAs. right? So this is that 5-minute candle right here. You kind of see that, right? So right now we're above all the EMAs, guys. We're pushing higher. How high can we go? We're sitting at 25,915. So aloha D Money, good morning. Hey DJ LX, what up? Good morning. Let's go. Yeah, guys. Yeah, so PW's going to be out fishing rest of the week, chat. He's going to be, I think, fishing some of next week as well. So just kind of stay tuned to the channel. Keep you updated. So if PW's if he's out taking some time off, guys, or fishing or racing some trucks in the desert, you got D-Money at 9 a.m., guys. That's the plan for the year, for the new year. And if PW's obviously streaming out of the BDH, my show, the D-Money show, will start immediately after PW show is over, guys. So that's the plan for 2026. So let's go. What is PW taking you shopping? Am I a female or, I mean, guys. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. But he doesn't need to take me shopping, guys. I mean, I've never had a guy take me shopping before. I'm just being honest. We starting early, huh? We starting early today. Oh man, I'm just saying, guys, like, taking me shopping, that would be a little weird, right? That would be a little awkward. Like, I'll take my daughter shopping, right? But I don't think I need a guy to take me shopping, guys. Not trying to be rude or anything. We gained 400,000 subscribers in the last month. Congrats. The channel's booming, guys, right? So we're definitely appreciative of the support. If you're new to the show, or if you're new to the channel, we appreciate you rocking out with us. So if this is your first time on the stream, I recognize that we do have new people every day, guys, joining the streams. We appreciate it. You got D-Money, right? So I typically stream. I'll be streaming immediately after PW on a normal week. Somewhere around 11 o'clock, guys, and kind of rocking out that way. PW typically streams the morning open. Everybody's aware of that. So, but yeah, when he's out, I'm gonna be here, right? So during the open. So we appreciate you tuning in to the channel. If you're new, if you're a loyal viewer, you already know we love you. We love you. Yeah, do me a solid, guys. We got do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. We actually hit 2,700 likes on Tuesday. We hit 2,600 likes yesterday. So I'm definitely appreciative, guys. Like, it's overwhelming. So I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. So let's kind of look at the charts. Let's see what's going on here. We are pumping to the upside right now. 1 hour chart. I mean, we've had a run. So this is a little interesting, chat, right? We've had a run to the upside here. We've had 7 green candles in a row in the 1 hour chart, guys. So we've been pumping green since basically 3 a.m. With not a bearish candle in sight. And if you kind of go back to midnight, we've been pumping basically. We had one small bearish candle and then the rest green candles, guys. So out of the last 11 1 hour candles, we've only had one bearish candle. So let's go. Daily chart is super bullish. And if we're going to push, obviously we're going to head up to 26,000 and kind of revisit these highs up here. So I do kind of see that as a level of possible interest on the higher time frame, guys. So like this 26,000 like 50 area. Would love to see downside. Yeah, it could be. So 4-hour chart, somebody said V-shaped recovery. Yeah, it's looking like this is the 4-hour chart, guys. This is your 4-hour chart. It does look like, you know, a V-shaped recovery right now, to be honest. Question is it going to continue? So I think it's going to be smart today to kind of let the market open up and then see what direction they want to take it, right? Especially, we've had a lot of bullish momentum to the upside, chat, on the higher time frames, right? So are we going to get a pullback at open? That's the question. %50 pullback at open, then new high. Yeah, that's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. So as far as what else is going on, if you guys haven't saw, you got Miami, University of Miami in the championship game Monday night, 7:30. Let's go. So I'm sure a lot of people out there will be watching that game, but obviously I'm rooting for Miami, guys. Yeah, we're gonna drop a poll. We're gonna drop a poll because I need to know what the chat is feeling at open. So I just dropped a poll in the chat. Let's kind of see how you guys are feeling out there, right? We've had a lot of upside momentum. I just kind of mentioned out of the last 11 1-hour candles, guys, we've had only one bearish candle. So is this going to continue to the upside? Or are we going to get a pullback and then head higher? Or are we going to flush at open? What do you guys think? All right, so the votes are rolling in so far. 67% of the chat feels that we're gonna go down and open, guys. So a lot of bullish momentum. You got 4-hour chart, bullish EMA cross, 1-hour chart, bullish EMA cross. 1-hour chart, you got a bullish EMA cross. If they really pump this to the upside, guys, we could revisit that 26,400 level. Right? And I'm kind of looking at the 4-hour chart. So looking at the, obviously the daily chart as well. So that does not have to happen today, right? It doesn't have to happen today, but I do see like a level of interest up here. A little higher. 26,300 all the way up to like 26,400 if they're really going to get momentum, but remains to be seen. Now, what I will say, chat, if today's daily candle closes bullish, if you were on the stream yesterday, I talked about a 2-candle pattern where you have an upside candle, a green candle, you have 2 bearish candles, and then you have a bullish candle that kind of reclaims the EMAs. That's what's happening on a daily chart right now. This is the daily chart. So if this daily candle closes bullish, guys, green, we might have a pump. Maybe that pump happens tomorrow, right? Higher. So we'll see. Down because of the low unemployment claims. Yeah. So, yeah, but is that positive or negative? Right? It all depends on how the market interprets it. That's the question, chat. How does the market interpret that? Morning D-Money, up to 26,000, then down is my bet. Yeah, we'll see, right? We're getting ready. We're getting ready, chat. We got a little bit over 12 minutes before the market officially opens at 9:30. So we got some time. Kind of see how this thing plays out today. Think it's smart to be patient, let the market kind of open up, show its hand, and then try to ride the momentum in either direction. That's the play for me. So let me go ahead and map out previous daily candles high and low. Give me 1 second. All right, so there's your daily candle high and low, guys. 20 for yesterday, right? So high of the candle was 25,925.75. Low of the candle was 25,420.75. So we're kind of hanging out right below yesterday's daily candles high, right? So a little interesting area. So far 64% feel like we're gonna actually we're going to go down at open, guys. D. Jerome said the indicators are for nerds and the 14 and 50 EMA are for losers. Yeah, he would say that. Sick of that guy. All right, so I'm dropping the EMAs in the chat, guys. I know somebody's gonna bring that up. What EMAs am I looking at? 14, 50, and 200 EMA. TJP, what up? D-Money, hey, what's up? How are you? So yeah, guys, if you're new, if this is your first time this week kind of tuning in, so yeah, this is the D-Money new setup for 2026, chat, right? So I got my own setup now, guys. I think it's pretty sick, right? Here at the BD8. So PW told me I can't try to get dates anymore based off of his cars in the background, guys. I was trying to get, I guess I was getting too many dates, guys, based off of PW's cars in the background. Let's go. Bring a guest. Yeah, I'm gonna have guests on the show, chat, coming up. So just you can stay tuned for that. We got some big things popping. Bro, top wicks mean nothing in 15 minutes. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, right now you gotta wait we gotta wait to see how this thing opens up, chat. I mean, right? We've had a huge push to the upside. I would not be surprised if we get some kind of pullback, even if they want to take price higher, but I could be wrong, right? I don't know. Nobody knows how the market is gonna open, right? We don't know. We could you got a 50-50 shot if you say up or down, right? So that's basically where we're at. So gotta wait and see how it opens up. We're pumping right now, and typically when there's a huge pump before open, guys, there's normally a retracement, right? But I mean, this thing has been rolling, I mean, overnight, It's been on steroids, guys, right? From 3 o'clock alone, 3 a.m., talk about like London session, we're up from the open, right, of London session, 3 a.m., 44 points. So this thing is rolling, guys. I will want some kind of pullback ideally to try to go higher, but we'll see what happens. Caught Hobo Joe, what up? I caught 200 points on silver. Already going to be a good day. Nice. Were you trading micros or minis? That's the question right now for everybody, right? It's like, hey, are you trading micros or minis on silver? Because silver is a different beast. How many points are we looking for today? I'm going to take what the market gives me. I mean, I see right now it's pumping. So it's pumping to the upside. So I'm going to try to take what it gives me, to be honest. Take what I can get, guys. That's the name of the game. We got over 3,200 people tuned in to the show, guys. I appreciate the support. Do me a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We was out here trying to make a little money. It's been crazy, guys, the last couple of days. We've been getting basically 1,000 likes right at 9:30, guys. It's like crazy. Or more. So I appreciate that, chat. I think yesterday, yeah, Ginger, how many? We had like 1,100, 1,200? Yeah, 1,100 yesterday, right at 9:30, guys. That's craziness. I appreciate the support, guys. You guys are keeping me employed. Another day. Appreciate it. And we don't get paid off likes, chat. It's just basically trying to help grow the channel, to be honest, right? The algorithm. Putting it in front of new people that are maybe looking to join an area or a stream where that adds value. I'm gonna pray that you get that G-Wagon this year. You deserve it. Hey, I appreciate that, Javier. I'm gonna try, guys, right? I'm gonna try my best. I try my best to add value as best as I can, guys. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna take, every trade's not going to be a winning trade, but I'm going to try to take the best setups I can take. I'm going to try to be as educational as I can, guys, right? So, to be honest, let's go. It's because I'm so handsome. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, Ginger just told me we hit 1,000 likes already, guys. Wow. 925. At 925. I think that's quicker than yeah. Hey guys. I love you. I love you. I appreciate the support, chat. Thoughts on January 20th? So you're saying tomorrow, you're saying January 20th as far as next Tuesday? Dude with the fresh cut in the 4K. Let's go. Yeah, guys, shout out to my barber Miguel. I got to shout him out. I told him yesterday, I'm like, man, I keep shouting you out on the streams, and I was trying to fill him out to see if he's tuned into a show yet, guys. And I gotta be honest, I don't think he's watched one yet. So, so I was like, you know how you fill people out and you're like trying to drop little things to see if they can kind of chime in on the conversation, because they would have to be there to know what was going on, and he could kind of so it was a little interesting, guys. It was a little quiet, you know what I mean? So. Shout out to Miguel, my barber. Oh man, gotta love it, guys. All right, so just kind of checking to make sure everything's set up here. All right, let me get this off, guys. So we are pumping like crazy right now. So that's very interesting, guys. I mean, we just popped through 943. So man, this daily candle is not playing today, guys. NQ is on a rampage to the upside. So definitely gonna wait for this like first 5-minute candle to kind of open up, and we'll see what happens, guys. I can't, unfortunately, right? I'm not gonna be super aggressive today at the open because of this pump. Trading with me from Morocco. Hey, oh man, Raheem, I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. We're at 1,200 likes. Wow. 1,200 likes at 9:28, guys. I appreciate the support. So we're getting ready. About a minute and 35 seconds left for the market to open up and show us what's going on. Huge pump to the upside starting basically last night. I mean, overnight. So, and no retracement. So now I wish we could have got this movement for us, right? I mean, during the session, guys. So gotta let it open up. We got about a minute left. Gotta try to be patient and let it kind of establish itself with the 5-minute ORB. That's the plan for me today. I'm short. Somebody said they're short from 25,945. Okay. All right. So 1,560 people voted, guys. Just ended that poll. 60% felt that we're going to go down at open. 40% feels like we're going to go up at open, apparently, right? So let's go. 20 seconds left. Final countdown. We're at 5 seconds. And market's open, chat. And as of right now, we're kind of pushing up. If we lose 917, guys, I would say probably some downside coming. But I'm going to obviously be patient and wait and see what happens here. All right, right back up. Just kind of hanging out that 5-minute candle, guys. Long wick at the top, long wick at the bottom. This is why I was saying I wanted to wait, right? So I'm going to let the 5-minute candle kind of set up, chat. What's the bias for today? Well, 60% of the chat felt that we were going to go down at the open, just to kind of give you an idea. That's out of 1,500 votes. But this current 5-minute candle is, there's some indecision going on. All right. So you got about 2 minutes left on the ORB for the 5-minute ORB, sorry, to be established. I'm going to start kind of drawing out the black lines, guys, based off the high and low. And kind of go from there, right? So, all right. So the high of this candle so far, 25,946.25. Got about a minute and 10 seconds left. So that $25,925 that you're seeing on the screen, chat, that's actually yesterday's daily candle high. So just kind of keep that in mind. So we're kind of rejecting yesterday's daily candle high right now, which is bearish. That is bearish, right? All right, so shorts are in play from this level, guys, to be honest, right? If we can kind of, so if we get back below, let's kind of map out this low, 884. Got about 30 seconds left. All right, so that's probably going to be the area, right? Like the high and the low of the ORB, 25,946.25. You got 19 seconds left. 25,884 is the low so far. Rejecting basically the previous daily candle's high. And it dropped a little lower, so let's map it out. All right, guys, ORB set, 881.25 is a low. So if you lose that level, guys, shorts are in play from 877. I'm gonna try, as long as we kind of, I want to try a short because we're kind of hanging out below that 881 area, guys. Right? So, and if it flushes, it's going to go below 853. But I want to see how this candle reacts, right? So I need a closure basically below the ORB. So if it closes below 881, I'm going to go short, guys, and I'm probably going to target 777, which is the 15-minute charts 50 EMA. So got to be patient, guys. So if it closes below the ORB, I am going to be probably looking to go short this current 5-minute candle. See how it's kind of yoking right back inside of the ORB. So I need to wait for it to kind of settle down a little bit. So right now, if I got short, my stop would have to be back at 896, guys. Which is a 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So I'm just trying to wait to kind of see how price shows his hand up based off this ORB. Right back inside the range so far with a long wick at the bottom. All right, now it's flushing. $8.96. I'm gonna so let's see guys, let's see what happens here, right? Let's see how this candle kind of forms. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. I want to break down. I want it to basically reject this level and hold it. And then if that's the case, we're probably going to we're going to flush these lows, I would anticipate, right? And kind of head down here to like 775. We go higher today. Yeah, we could. We're bullish overall, guys. We're bullish, but look at the rejection on the 1-hour chart so far. This is a 1-hour chart. So we could go lower before going higher is the thought process, right? But we'll see. If I'm a bull, you definitely want us to kind of hold this 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart for sure, right? You want this 854 level to hold. I like I mean, off the rejection, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of like flush here. Just to get, you know, yeah, see? So the shorts are looking in play for me, guys. I know we got 58 seconds left. So a couple ways to play this. You can get short. You can get short now, or you can wait for the closure of the candle. But if we lose momentum, if we lose the EMAs, we're headed with momentum to the downside, guys. We're probably going to at least go to these levels down here, 812. So see how this candle closes out. You got about 28 seconds, and I want it to kind of stay down here so I can try to get short. And yoke. If this closes, guys, right back inside the ORB, then I'm gonna probably have to wait for the 15-minute range to play out today. Because we're right back up. You see how at the end of the candle it yoked right back inside the ORB? So 15-minute candle, long wick at the bottom, small wick at the top. All right, there's a breakdown. I'm gonna try a short, guys. I'm in a short. I'm going to try this and see if we can flush 854. Entry was 875. It put me in, right? But I would say be careful on this setup. But I kind of see the way. This is some tricky action. But I want to flush to the downside down here, guys. There you go. Let's go, baby. I'm going to take some of that off. And it actually snapped so quick on me, but I just kind of saw the levels, guys, right? So it kind of rejected. Somebody said they're long. Okay. Well, if you're long, I mean, congrats, right? But I basically just kind of, it had a snap down to yeah, it could be a drop to go higher, but I just try to take what I can get, guys, on that flush, right? Down to like 861. Price action is kind of wonky wonk, but keep in mind on the 15-minute chart, guys, if we lose that 14 EMA, we're going to head down lower to at least probably 800. That's what I'm seeing on the chart. So even if they want to push it higher, right? But that trade was basically a little bit over 15 points, and then you got to yoke back the opposite direction. So we'll have to kind of see what happens here now for the next setup. Definitely not clean so far, right? Nothing's clean, guys. So if you haven't taken a trade, I would say probably wait for the 15-minute ORB to set up. Because it is looking yokish back the opposite direction, to be honest, guys, right? At this point, right off the EMA. So be careful if you're kind of looking to get short. You need more convincing, right? Bulls are stepping back in. This could be like a little V-shaped recovery. So that was a quick trade, that first trade, and now I got to kind of see what happens, right? We got 5,100 people tuned into the show, guys. I appreciate the support. Do me a solid if you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's go. So, all right, the 15, all right, yeah. So clearly at this point, look at how this 15-minute candle's closing, guys. I'm gonna, this is the 15-minute ORB. News today, yellow folder now. All right, so yeah, so we can get back above this like 938 level, guys. I would say more upside, right? If we can kind of snap this 946 level, we're probably headed up to 950, I would say, actually, right? We're probably headed to 26,000 or higher. So I'm looking, I would be long biased above 950. 15-minute ORB set, guys. But definitely some interesting price action. That's why it's kind of like one of those things, guys, that I realized that when you got a clear move overnight, a lot of times during the day, the price action is going to be womp, right? Because we're literally pushing in both directions right now. So I need us above on a 5-minute chart. I need us above 950 with conviction, and then that for me would kind of signal to go long. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for, right? Momentum to kind of step in up there to go long. If not, and we kind of come back down and retest the 14 EMA sitting at 25,877, then I will kind of look for a reaction off the EMA. So we'll see. Got to be patient right now. So just kind of waiting, guys. Waiting for the next setup. We still inside the 5-minute ORB? Yeah, I know. We're still inside the 15-minute as well. I mean, so like I don't have a setup right now. I don't have anything right now. I gotta wait. So that's the play for me right now. It's kind of wait, guys, and see what I can get. 5-minute chart. This is like one of those areas where you got the ORB kind of sitting up here. And I kind of need momentum to step in. If we're going to go higher, right? I need to see it kind of step in. And that's why I'm saying I don't have that right now. I got rejection so far off the EMA. So I don't have a setup. Right back inside the middle of the 15-minute opening range. This is the 15-minute chart that I'm going to flip to right now, guys. So you can kind of see what I'm saying, right? So you had a pop right above the opening range, but it not with conviction. It kind of sold right back down. So got to wait. I took 37 trades. Wow. Well, I mean, hey, if you're made money, congrats. But this is not ideal, like price action, to be honest, right? So far, not for me anyway. I'll put it like that, guys. Good to be cautious. Yeah. So, and what I'm seeing right now, guys, I mean, think about it. So we had a huge push overnight, over 200 points to the upside. The 15-minute opening range, the bottom of the wick on the opening range, $70 points, right? You got a 70-point bottom wick on the 15-minute or opening range low, right? The bottom of the candle, the wick of the candle on the 15-minute ORB. And you had a pop on this current 15-minute candle right above it that kind of trapped people, right? If they didn't wait for like either a candle closure or like a bullish momentum, like, you know, to kind of step in, you got basically trapped, and now we're selling back down. So this is, I hate to say it, but I got to wait for more information, guys. Because this could be, so is this a double top forming on the 5-minute chart? I mean, right? Like that's what I'm saying. So like I got to wait. I like how the hour is closing. So yeah, we're in the last 10 minutes of the this is the 1 hour chart. You got a long wick at the top. Yeah, it is looking like exhaustion. We just need to flush basically below 25,852, right? Which is the, if we lose, I'm biased to go short, guys, below 850. I'm kind of leaning to a short. If we can get below like 854. Right? And kind of target maybe 757. All right, to see if they can maybe flush it here, guys. Now, the thing is, you would want to see like bears step in, and like this is gonna tell us what kind of day we're gonna have, what kind of session, guys. Because if we can't get momentum here to the downside, entry was 848, then this is trap action, right? I want to see a flush with momentum to the downside, guys, and try to target maybe 752, which is the 200 EMA on a 5-minute chart. So, or at least maybe 800. But if we kind of start yoking here, that's not great. I want to see a flush. There should be no reason to kind of go back inside the ORB and kind of stall out. Like I need price to go, right? We already had a double top. See? So this is yoke, guys. We didn't get a break. So this is what, yeah, this is, so, and I was kind of anticipating price would flush through the 50 EMA, 859 with momentum and kind of continue lower, and kind of challenge these lows down here at like 800 or lower, guys. That was a thought process on the trade, but it's not happening so far, right? We're kind of yoking back up. We got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on this candle. And I'm just kind of seeing a double top up here, and I want to see a flush of the ORB, 25,852, guys. Flush through this level, come down to like 800, and kind of, you know, even if they're going to push it higher, maybe we get a flush first. So, but it is not happening, right? Every time it kind of taps the ORB, it pushes right back up so far. So, nasty action today, guys, so far. And yeah, so I'm gonna take the L, guys, on this trade. And wait for the next setup, guys. Because it's not this is not what you want to see, right? So I gotta wait. So that was one contract, actually only on one account. I didn't even have the trade copier on, so I'll have to wait, guys. Could not get follow through to the downside, so. One hour candle was looking weak, but now it has a long wick at the top and the bottom, so that's indecision. 30-minute candle looks bearish, but bouncing off the ORB. We're not getting follow through, guys. First trade was a quick 15-point trade, and then you had a snap back the opposite direction. This trade was basically over 30-point L, right? So it happens. Right back inside the ORB. So I have to wait for the next setup. Bottom wick on that candle, guys, 58 points. Rejection, right back up. So if this is range bound and we're playing the ORB, then we're gonna head up and top 950 area, right? If it's a range bound market where we just kind of tap the ORB, now we're gonna push higher. But if this is a nasty indecision day, we could head back down here, right, to the bottom of the range again. So we'll see. Oh man. So try to take a short on the possible break of the 15-minute range RB, guys. Price snap right back the opposite direction. Almost 60-point wick on the bottom of the candle. And now we're kind of headed back down, believe it or not. So this could be a higher low. I'm not sure. Because you got like a low here. You got a higher low. Is this a higher low forming to go lower? Careful, chat. It's about to react up or down for sure. Yeah, problem is we don't know. Not with this action, guys. Not with a drop in a 60-point wick right back up. All right, so it would be funny if it flushes now, right? And kind of takes out 852. All right, we got for the hourly candle, we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And I would be surprised. I mean, it's like this thing is flirting, guys. I'm gonna look at the drop, guys. So it's kind of like we need momentum to kind of step in and pick a direction. That's basically where we're at, right? Every drop is getting bought back up. Every pop is getting sold off. So this is wait time, guys. $40 seconds left on the close of the 1 hour candle. I would actually say today might be one of those days, guys, to kind of look at your sizing so far. I'm not even calling out some of these guys because of what happened on that yoke. But I'm playing the short here from the top of that little range that I saw to cash out, right? And see if we can break through. All right. Thank God. Let's go. Closing that out, guys. So just playing the range, guys. Just playing the range. Crazy. Crazy reaction here. So up about $1,000 so far, right? But we're still in a range. So you got to trade this carefully, guys. I just basically saw the rejection of the 14 EMA and I took a short. I'm just being honest. Now, if we kind of break down, guys, back below 850, I mean, I might try another short. Probably going to try another short, to be honest. Back below the ORB, because I can see on the 5-minute chart that we got some highs up here, high, lower high. So this would be like a rejection to kind of break down below the ORB if that happens. So I'm gonna probably try another short below 851. Terrible price action, yeah, it is. But I am going to try one contract short below like 851, guys. And I'm going to try to target that 800 level. Oh, cancel that. Wrong size. So yeah, not ideal price action today, chat, and it's could be probably expected because of that huge move overnight. The move overnight, right? It's kind of like it was so clear overnight. So A lot of times when that happens, you get chop. But I do see on the 5-minute chart, we got higher lows being put in. So could this eventually kind of break to the downside? Maybe get back to 800? 4-hour chart is bullish, however. It has a small wick at the top. But keep in mind, guys, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 5 4-hour candles that were green in a row. We had 10 out of 11 1-hour candles that was green in a row, right? Previous. So it's a little tricky today. Not gonna lie. Every day is not gonna be peaches and cream, guys. Unfortunately. So I'm waiting to kind of see if we can kind of lose this ORB area with momentum, right? And flush through and put in a new low. Still inside the opening range. So got to be a little patient here, guys. I'm listening to you, but I'm focused on the chart. Market being, yeah, it is, guys. It's not ideal right now. To be honest, it's not ideal right now. So I'm waiting to see if we can get a flush, guys. Right through 850. If we can lose 850, I do feel that we're gonna head down to maybe even 785, right? But at least 800. We're gonna retest 800. But we're back inside the ORB, hanging out inside the 15-minute opening range, guys. This market rougher than my baby mama. Yeah, I mean I'm not happy about it either, guys. To be honest, right? I mean, I had to basically fight to make back the. I had a 15-point trade for a win, and then I had about a 30-point loser on a snapback of almost 60 points, right? The opposite direction. So I'm with you, man. Had to grind, right, to basically short it. So I do feel, though, that if we now we are putting in, like I said, the only thing I do see, we're putting in lower highs, guys. We are putting in lower highs. So far, because that could change, obviously, but we're putting in lower highs. So we need to lose the opening range. We need to lose that 852 area. But previous 15-minute candle, obviously super bearish, guys, and I'm getting that 780 level from the 50 EMA on the 15-minute chart. So if we can kind of lose the ORB low of 25,852, I do feel that we're gonna flush down to like this 780 level or lower. The move was this morning news, yeah. All right, so we're trying to go lower, guys. Let's see what happens here. Shorted out the hourly chart, yeah. Yeah, so all right, if you look at the hourly chart, guys, you can kind of see it as well, right? While I'm saying that, I mean, but today's a little tricky because you had that crazy uptrend. So you had on a 1-hour chart, you had higher lows being put in, but you got some bearish momentum kind of building on a 5-minute chart. So that's why I said today's a little tricky. Got to take what you can get in this kind of market. But if we flush through 852 with momentum, guys, I I would not be surprised of a little bit of a deeper pullback, right? All right. All right, it put me in, guys. Now, I would say trade carefully. You do not have to take this trade if you don't want to. Because the last time I did, I got snapped on, right? Meaning that it kind of snapped right back. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens because it's like that. It feels like that kind of day. But entry on the trade, guys, was actually, like I said before, entry was 850. Trying to target new lows. See what happens here. Counts green, right? So got a little room to play with. So we'll see if we can finally flush through these lows. Head it down to 800, right? That would be the ideal take profit area, about 50 points, 55 points. But we need momentum to take us there, guys. And it's every time it gets down here, it snaps right back so far. So oh, man. Gotta love it, guys. $15-minute chart is long wick at the top and the bottom. And this is probably one of those, like, it's shaping up to be one of those nasty days, guys. That's what it's looking like to me. Right? Price doesn't want to pick a direction. I need a flush through back below the ORB low. If it gets back above 877, I'm closing it out. I'm down about 20 points on a snapback again, guys. Crazy. Oh, man. So, all right. Didn't work again, guys. Right back up. So, closing it again. 20. So, yep, gonna close that out. So this account is still green, but I don't like what I'm seeing, guys. So no direction. No follow through. So this account is up about $430, right? So far it's green, but now you had a new low was put in. A new low was put in, guys, on a 5-minute chart, and we bounced right back up. So another yoke on the bottom wick, 30 points, back the opposite direction. And shorted it back down. Shorted it right back down, guys. Unbelievable, man. Nasty price action today, guys. So I basically shorted it right back down off the rejection of the 14 EMA. Because that's what the trickery has been, right? Gotta love it, man. And I was targeting 800, guys, to be honest, on that previous short. But I'll tell you what, the ORB low is strong today. All right, so I was able to make some of that back, about $300 back, right? So up about $750 on the account, but no follow through, guys. So I think it's smart to say that you probably want to wait for a candle closure above or below the ORB at this point, right? You need a candle closure. So I need a candle to close basically below 852 bearish for me to even want to trade another trade, guys. To the downside. Why you keep selling when sellers are getting trapped every time? Because when you're looking at the higher time frame, so the 30-minute chart, previous candle was bearish, had a previous high put in, lower wick. 15-minute chart had a rejection of the 14 EMA. It's just a matter of like, it needs to basically, I need a candle closure. I'm not gonna take another short until basically it closes below 852. I can tell you that at this point, because we're just kind of chopping around. Because every drop right now, I mean, and you're not wrong, every drop is getting bought right back up, but that's not typical price action, right? That's not typical. Typically, you get follow through, but they do not want this to drop right now, guys. And remember, I'm not perfect either, guys. I'm not gonna have a perfect win streak every single session as well, right? Some days it's gonna be a little choppy, and today is definitely choppy because I took one trade, 15 points. First trade, second trade, tried to play the momentum to the downside. You had a 60-point candle reversal right below the ORB. Short it down, and it yoked back up, I think, 30 points, and then had to short right off the 14 EMA back down, right? So if this is going to be one of those sessions, which is turning out to be, we're probably it's a wait and see for me at this point, guys. Javier, bro, you've been green for like 10 days straight. You don't have to explain. Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, you're right. When you write, you're right, but it is frustrating, right? It is frustrating, guys, that we don't have follow through. The follow through that I want on some of these trades. But that's life. So let's see how this candle kind of formulates. All right, rejection. So far, you got a ton of time left, so I'm not convinced on anything right now. Scalp that 80, yeah. Somebody said long again. It could. It very well could. Look at the snapback. Look at the snapback. Kind of hanging out between the 14 and 50 EMA, which is like a consolidation area for price. So something's coming, guys. Something's coming. No trade Thursday? Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little cray cray today. Cray cray with Ray Ray. So just gotta be patient at this point. This is the 15-minute chart. Held the 14 EMA on the 15-minute chart, and it's trying to push higher, right? That's what it looks like. It looks like it's starting a V recovery on the 15-minute chart. Can't get a breakdown so far below the ORB. Every time it kind of gets down there, it snaps back the opposite direction. So far. And back down. Whoever longs here knows what's up. Yeah. I mean, it does look, I mean, right? It does look like a possibility on the 15-minute chart. But you need follow through, right? They need to pick a direction. The market right now needs to pick a direction. And the longer it kind of stalls out here, a bigger move, you know, the bigger the move that's going to come, right? When it kind of breaks out of this range that it's kind of stuck in right now. And I kind of talked with to you guys about this with PW the other day, right? On a stream, guys. I said the longer it kind of hangs out down here and it doesn't break down, the higher the probability probably that it could head up, right? Because it's like if they can't push this thing down and we already had a sell-off, could be a possibility that they reverse it hard, right? So we'll see. Still inside the 15-minute ORB. Let's go. It's 10:19, guys. Still inside the opening range. Why not take a long at VWAP? Yeah, I don't use VWAP. I mean, but if you see a long setup, I mean, you know, you're in tune. And like I said, I see on the 15-minute chart, I do see some potential here for a pop, right? If they can't drop it, but the 5-minute chart's consolidating. This is your 5-minute chart. We're consolidating. So something's coming. It's just building up. You got about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the current 5-minute chart. This is your 15-minute chart. And now the 15-minute candle is having some issues, right? Long wick, top and the bottom, but it turned bearish. So let's kind of see what plays out here. This is how to get people. Just need to remain patient. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm not gonna take another trade, guys, until it breaks in either direction, right? I've already got yoked a couple times, so I'm not gonna get yoked the third time. Like, that's enough yoking for me for one session, chat. There's a huge gap on downside. Yeah, I know. But I feel like the longs, the longer we kind of hang out down here, guys, and we can't break down, I think the longs are going to become a higher probability trade. Doesn't mean that has to happen because I can't, you know, I don't control the market. But if we can't break down, like the longer we kind of sit down here, it's not great for bears, right? Like it's like, cause like, why are we not flushing? But we'll see. Got about 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Just kind of waiting, guys, for the market to pick a direction and kind of show its hand. Right now, we're kind of stuck in between the 14 and a 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, which is technically consolidation. So the market's building up for something. If we break 896, I would say that we're probably headed to the top of the ORB, which is 940, that 946 area, guys. There's a break. All right, so there you go, guys. There's a quick pop. I kind of called that out. Happened pretty quick on that trade for about 1,200 bucks on a pop to the upside, right? Just had an order kind of sitting up there. To kind of break out above that 895 high for a quick pop. So yeah, so shorts for me are invalidated at the moment, right? Because now on the 5-minute chart we kind of broke. So now, yeah, I would be, if you get back above 913, I think we target 950 or higher, guys. Right back down. But like I said, so above 917, guys, long bias for a potential for 950 or higher, which is the top of the ORB. And today, and we're kind of like right back down, right? So I'm telling you, like today, guys, is one of those days that a trader goes through. Play the I think that's TLC, right? One of those days. Play that, guys, and edit it and put trader in front of it, because today's one of those chop right back down, no follow through so far. Sell off of about 40 points, right back down. Monica. Hey, were you right? You right. I have 0 trades today. No thanks. Yeah, 6 to 6. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Today's not. Yesterday we had a nice trending day, chat. I called out so many trades, I can't even remember how many trades, right? Because the market was in a nice trending market. Today, we're stuck. Sideways action on the 5-minute chart, guys. I basically just played the breakout right above 897 and kind of rode that up. Was able to take some profit on that really quick. But this is not ideal price action. And if you're not kind of watching that and you don't have an idea of what's going on, and I did kind of talk about that, right? That I'm bullish above that level, but you have to react quick, super quick. And that's not ideal, to be honest. It's not. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, not taking a trade. But I do like longs back above 917, guys. If it kind of snaps back up there, kind of probably going to target 950 or higher. 15-minute chart. This is your 15-minute chart. You got a wick top and a bottom. You got about 2 minutes left on that candle. 30-minute chart's bullish so far. 1 hour chart's bullish so far. Just got to be patient. So if we get a break, like I said earlier, if we break down below 25,000, hey, I appreciate that, Jinder. Thanks. If we break down back below 25,852, I still feel that 800 or lower, 25,800 or lower is in play, chat. But you need a candle. I would need a candle closure. And you know what could happen with NQ is that they might do that in one candle, chat. I'm just being honest. And look at what's happening right now. So let's see how this candle closes out on a 5-minute chart. Last time we were here, we had a bullish reaction right back the opposite direction the last 2 times. So are we finally going to get a candle closure, chat, below the 15-minute ORB, 25,852? Let's see. Yeah, Ryan, yeah, that long is closed out, yes. Got about 30 seconds left. Current 5-minute candle. Right back up. So far, back inside the opening range. So we did not get a closure below the ORB yet, chat. Oh man, we closed right back inside the ORB. Might have to wait to end the day for better price action. Nate, yeah, you could be right. Yeah, today's a no trade day. Yeah, it's not clean. Today's not a clean day, chat. So far. Right? Look, right back up. So we're definitely ranging. We're definitely ranging, chat, right? We're definitely ranging. So you buy the bottom of the range and you sell the top of the range until that breaks, right? Like that's basically that's the only way right now you can trade this market. Not trending. It's like right back inside the ORB. It's already 1030. So yeah, this is not ideal price action. Somebody said a lot of people are blowing accounts. Yeah, if you're not able to kind of scalp the range, it's easy to get kind of like frustrated, and yeah, you're right. Wish it was different, guys, but it's not. Somebody said they're loving it today. Yeah, because yeah, if you're comfortable trading a range, you're good, right? You're just basically buying at the bottom, selling at the top. But at some point, we all know that range is gonna get broken out, right? Either direction with momentum, and then so. But right now, that's what's happening. I'm long too. I don't know what you see. Well, I mean, so if you're long right now, you're basically seeing what I just talked about. You're seeing support basically down here, and you're buying at support. That's how you kind of trade a range, right? You're buying at support, you're selling at resistance. But you got to be realistic as well and kind of like state a fact that we're kind of stuck right now in a 75-point area. Like we're, you know, you got to be you got to be honest with yourself that we are in a range. The range is right here. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? So if you're kind of like, it's fine if you're making money, but you still have to be honest and say that we're inside of a range. We're not putting in higher highs and higher lows. We're putting in a high, then a lower low, and right, like that's a range. That's a range market. We're ranging in the bottom half of the 15-minute ORB. Correct. I agree with you, Hobo Joe. Oh man, I like that name. Basic trading. Yep, I agree. And that's why it is hard, chat. Like I'm not gonna lie and say that it is hard. Like on a range day, like some of these trades are like quick trades, like because I'm seeing something and then, you know, I'm kind of taking profit very quick because price is kind of reacting right off the range. So it's kind of hard too to like, oh yeah, hey, switching over to this. So like that's why I'm also pointing out the range, so you guys can, like, if you're not a range trader, maybe you can kind of like see the range that we're like kind of stuck in. And right at some point we are gonna pop it. So if you could probably see that better, right? Yeah, so right now we're kind of stuck in his range, guys. On a 5-minute chart. So remember I kind of said above 916, like those highs up there, guys. Maybe we go up and target 953. We pop with momentum. That would be like a quick trade. But, or we could be headed right back down. Right? Because now we're at the top of that range. And we're either going to pop it with momentum, or we're going to kind of come right back down, right? Put in that high and then trap and then, but so that's what I'm seeing right now. So see, a high was put in, and now top of the ORB 25,946. That's like the ultimate high right now. And we're kind of struggling, guys, and if it continues, we're headed right back down now to the bottom of the range. All right, so see how we're having a hesitation up here, top of the range? Kind of like what I'm saying, right? So look at the boxes I kind of drew out, guys. You had a high that was put in basically to the upside, and look at the flush right back down. so far. So, yeah, remains to be seen, guys, right? If we're going to, like, are we going to break out of this? Looks like they want to push it higher. $12 points locked on this long. Yep, exactly, right? And that's what I was saying. So I was saying high above, longs probably above like 915, right? You had a pop, a little bit over 10 points. But the stalling action kind of tells you like that it's one of those days. Right back down, right? Rejecting the top of the range, guys. So you would literally have to short, right? Like that's the. Oh man, you gotta love it. Just join. Where's PW? EJ, yeah, he's out fishing. He'll be fishing for the rest of the week, and I think a couple days next week. So yeah, just kind of identified, right? We've identified we're in a range by market right now. Probably will continue until we can obviously break outside. I have to say, right, outside of the ORB, we'll probably pick up momentum to the upside at that point. Where's Jerome? He's probably on a boat. He's probably on a boat with PW, guys. He gets to go fishing with PW, and I mean, check the Ferrari. D, let's hop off this thing. Bahama Mama on me, let's go. I know, right? So yeah, if you're not a range trader, then today's not your day so far, guys, right? Like it's like you because you're trying to trade the momentum, and every time price looks like it's in momentum, it snaps back the opposite direction. So that's why I kind of identified the range on a chart, so people can kind of see it and then kind of make a decision on if they're going to trade it or not, right? Bottom of the range is like down there, like 850 area so far. Kind of hanging out up here. So do they want to snap this? Oh man, what a good first day to start my first ever funded account. Yeah, you have to kind of what I'll tell you, to be honest, is there's nothing wrong with not taking, if you don't see a setup that you like, there's nothing wrong with not trading, to be honest. Right back down, guys. Let's go. So this is more like power hour action, chat, to be honest, right? Right back down. So CLE is coming to us this Q1. Yo, the CLE 53, guys, AMG. I was talking to my brother about that car last night. CLE 53 AMG, white, red interior. Is crazy, guys. But yeah, we're right back down in this range. Nothing's changed so far, guys. Still in a range market. Every time we kind of get down here to like 857 area or somewhere in that area, we get a bounce back the opposite direction. But clearly in a range market right now, doing the exact same thing is done, right? There's your 47, 48 point sell-off. Back to the downside, guys. Yeah, I don't mind the range, not gonna lie. Yeah. You just gotta know how to trade it. That's it. But it's gonna flush at some point in either direction, right? It's either gonna flush and kind of finally get a closure below 840 and then kind of continue lower, or at some point is what I'm saying, right? All right. Finally got a closure barely below the ORB, guys. Look at the body. Are you kidding me? Somebody said 15-minute wicks. Yeah, I see him. So yeah, you would be short bias if we can kind of break these lows down here, right? But I would need to see like 841 probably get taken. 840. Because it's pushed right back up every time from this area, guys. I tried that twice already, and I got yoked, right? There it is. All right. There you go, guys. And I think 800 level or lower if they're going to really push it, right? Because it's been stalling. But probably more trickery coming. $766 is see how you're kind of getting that opposite direction move again. So this is crazy price action. But I think 800 level or lower is in play, guys. if they can kind of keep it, right? But tricky action. So finally got a closure below 848. Right back up now. So you had to be quick on that short. See you tomorrow, D. Great work again. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah. Here, there you go, guys. Right. So, was kind of waiting for this finally to play out, and I kind of said 800 level would probably be in play once we got a broke below the ORB and a closure. So you had barely a body closure on that 10:45 candle. Right now, we're kind of sitting at 25,825. The low of the candle was 25,816. And I kind of think now you could start to see more downside kind of trickle in. Maybe even down to 788, guys, or lower, right? Because that's the 15-minute charts, 50 EMA. It just took quite a bit of ranging for that to happen, for this drop to finally start to kind of pick up some steam and continue. Magic arrows, basic trades. Yep. Oh, man. All-time lows today. I think, well, keep in mind, guys, on the 4-hour chart, 14 EMA sitting at 25,767.75, right? So that could also be in play if they really want to push it to the downside. But this took a while to finally get below the ORB, chat. Look at the time. Almost 11 o'clock. You had some consolidation, basically, right? Until the break. So I think, and like I said, guys, I have stuff that I can be better at, and that's basically on this, on the daylight today, and I have to kind of keep a mental note. Wait for at least a candle closure below the ORB, right? Because it kind of kept yoking, put in a low, then it'll snap right back. Normally, you don't get that many snapbacks or yokes the opposite direction, guys. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, right? 7, basically, right at the, or you had like 7 reactions back the opposite direction on that range. So it took a while, but I mean, now you should, it closed below, so now you would probably expect more downside, guys, right? It's hard to kind of imagine that we would get back inside the opening range at this point, but anything's possible. But I would expect probably 800 level or lower. All right, so where can they trap people? Right at this area, right, guys? So, but I mean, yeah, quick short, I see a possibility, right? So if we can kind of hold this area. So you don't want price like to yoke on you. So I would probably wait, let price kind of settle down a little bit here and see how this 5-minute candle kind of plays out. It already has a previous low put in. It has a higher high put in, but I think that you would expect probably maybe 787 on a flush if they can get it there on a 15-minute chart, guys. At least 800 level, right? Because that's like a psychological number area. So maybe 800. All right, quick short, guys. I took there. I'm gonna take that off on a flush, right? Kind of called out the 800 level. The low of the candle was 803. I just took it and took it off, right? So just scalping, guys. Scalping what I see on the chart. And I think more downside to 765 is probably in play because we've hung out for basically almost up until 11 o'clock, right? For this move to happen. I know you see 15-minute, 30-minute hit next, 15-minute 200 EMA. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, yeah. So I see on the 15-minute chart, guys, 25,788 could be in play. But you got a lot of time left on this 15-minute candle. This is the 15-minute chart we're kind of looking at, right? So just basically scalp from the top up there and then kind of rode it down. And then we'll kind of see what the next setup is. D, why'd you ban me? CS 3369. If you're in the chat communicating, how how did we ban you? I didn't ban you. So I don't know if were you on PW's show and did something you weren't supposed to do or something? I don't know. Got a new account? Yeah, he might have got a new account, but did you put welcome back somehow? We love you. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, obviously, you know, now that doesn't mean that somebody can't get banned, guys. You know, if you're you know, doing something you're not supposed to be doing, I mean, right? There's no need to be rude or disrespectful or anything, or call somebody out of their name or whatever. Like, right? I mean, that could get you banned, but they come back like mushrooms after the rain. Oh, man. Gotta love it, guys. So, yeah, pretty interesting day, guys. I mean, so far, right? Not ideal price action. 5-minute chart right now is kind of finally broke out of that range to the downside. So you would want to see, if you're a bear, you want to see this downtrend continue and not get back inside that range, right? And definitely not back inside the ORB. If we get back above 852, chat, I mean, I think that kind of sums up the day in general, because we've had consolidation since 9. Basically, we kind of like been stuck in this range since right after the open. So if we're able to pop right back inside the range, I mean, that's insanity. And they're trying to do that right now as I speak, to be honest, guys. So, but you will want to see rejection and a sell-off, basically like a rejection of this range, like low, right? This 845 area, and kind of continue back to the downside if you're a bear. 1 hour chart, it is bearish. Four-hour chart's bearish, has a long wick at the top, but it also has a long wick at the bottom, so that's an indecision. 30-minute candle is rejecting right off the 14 EMA, and look at this snapback green, chat. Wow. Oh, man. NQ, I love you. Right back inside the ORB, guys. Let's go. Oh, man. You got to love it, guys. So I guarantee a lot of people got caught in that snapback, right? That yoke back the opposite direction. 40-point pop out of nowhere from where the candle was kind of sitting, but it went green. And it basically was this 5-minute candle was an 81-point candle, guys. And you just had like a 50-point, 60-point pop out of nowhere. Back up. So that kind of explains the craziness that's happening today. Let's go. A wise man told me wait for a candle closure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't obviously trade that. I didn't take any trades on that, but so you had a break below the consolidation range, and then you had a lower low that was put in, and then you had a snap right back. We're right back inside the ORB, guys. So NQ basically is telling everybody, I love you. Yeah, hourly candle just turned green. Yeah, I know. But look at the nasty wick at the top and the bottom of it, right? It's like, it's green, but it's long wick top and bottom. And this is kind of like unfortunate, but we have no control over it, chat. Meaning that when price has a nice like move overnight, a lot of times you get some craziness during the US session. It was trending, right? Higher highs and higher lows all overnight. The whole overnight, we had higher highs, higher lows, respecting the EMAs and, A+ setups. And not now. You had a range-bound market. You had a push to the upside. So this could be like one of those scenarios where new 1 hour candle just closed, guys. It closed bullish, right? I'm sorry, new 1 hour candle just opened. The previous 1 hour candle closed bullish. It was not able to put in a higher high compared to the previous 1 hour candle's high, but it was able to close bullish, and it has a nice bottom wick on it, kind of rejecting right off the 14 EMA. So man, oh man.
So prices in bullish momentum, clearly on the chart chat that we're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we're respecting previous
Pump it upside, guys. Chart. Somebody said short.
The D-Money show.
I don't see a short. It's hard to be short right now.
You're seeing it live here on YouTube. D-Money.
Sorry, guys. It's hard to be short right now with that pop that just happened. Like, how do you get short? I mean, for me, I would want to see us back below the ORB, like with momentum and to be more convinced. Right now, we're back above the 14 and 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. That's not bearish for me. That's bullish. So we're NQ is having some fun today. D ran a whole ad at the hotel. Let's go. Yeah, but it's interesting today, Chad. I mean, I think protect your profits if you have them, right? I mean, I basically had to kind of scalp my way out of some of these snapback trades. I think I got yoked like 2 or 3 times, right? So I mean, it's finally got it broke below the RB, was able to kind of capitalize on some of that short. And this could be like a higher or like a lower high being put in up here, maybe for a rejection on the 5-minute chart. They're going to push this back down, but that's still a trappy action because you want to see follow through and not like, right? We're kind of forming like a nice V-shaped recovery on a 5-minute chart. That's what it's looking like right now. So it's like, You can kind of see the reaction. So somebody said they blew their account on that push back up. You're probably, I hate to say it, but you're not the only one today that probably blew some accounts, guys, based off of this, right? People trying to trade momentum in a range market is hard. You're watching a masterclass in maximum pain therapy. Somebody caught it off VWAP. Nice. Somebody said their credit cards are humming. So I guess they're reloading accounts. Hey, use the code PW. Let's go. You might as well, right? I mean, if you gotta reload, unfortunately, Apex is 80% off, guys. Last day today. You got until midnight. I didn't want my account. I'm not giving it to them. Yeah, the only thing you can do to protect it is try to take setups that you're familiar with, or don't trade, right? If you don't like this price action, because it's not logical, right? The price action today is not logical. Pushing, still pushing to the upside. Somebody said go short now. Yeah, because you're looking at this being like the top of the range, right? But is it the top of the range? Since we kind of had a break below the ORB and we pushed back up, is it the top of the range? That's how many times is the top of this current range gonna hold, right? Like at some point, because the bottom of the range just got broken, so is the top of the range gonna get broken now? Like you don't know, right? I mean, you can have a stop put in if you above basically the highs up here. That's how you would have to short it. Stop would be like 927. But today's some trickery. 15-minute chart looks bullish so far. 30-minute chart looks bullish. 1-hour chart's bullish. 4-hour chart's bullish. So they could easily snap through the top of that range and kind of head up to 25,946. But I think it would be a controlled stop, and that's all you want in trading. You want a controlled stop. So you got probably 12-point stop, 13-point stop. That's not bad, depending on your size. Do me a solid, guys. We out here grinding on a nasty price action day in the market. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do. Looks like we're at 1,700 likes. On a nasty range-bound market day. Took basically up until almost 11 o'clock, right before 11 o'clock to break out of the 10:45. Actually, a 5-minute candle broke finally outside of the ORB. Had a quick short there, but not much going on today in the market as far as A+ setups. Nevertheless, we here, guys, right? Every day is not going to be an A+ setup type of trading day. And definitely today so far hasn't been one of those. So had a snapback on a short for that, right? That broke outside the ORB for 50, almost 60-point reaction back to opposite direction. So you got to love when that happens. BD8 should hit 1 million subs by the end of next month. 618 Brooklyn. Yeah, I think so, right? I think that's pretty accurate. Maybe by the middle of the month. Maybe by the end of this month. We're at looks like 931,000 subscribers, guys. So we're approaching that million mark rapidly, right? So Ginger's telling me right now we're at 930,000 subscribers this morning, so we've already picked up 1,000 subscribers already. Ginger is his celebrity crush.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Let's go.
I'm a celebrity.
D-Money, do you ever trade RYT? It's an easy trend day. No, I don't. I trade silver sometimes. I've been dabbling with silver at night when I have time. So on days primarily when I don't have my daughter, I'll dabble in silver. Have my daughter today though, so that's not gonna happen tonight. Let's go. Got to pick her up from daycare. Speaking of daycare, chat, as we kind of look like we want to pop the top of this range. I know there's a lot of people out there that have kids in daycare, and I was telling Ginger earlier. So daycare, guys, is recession proof, right? It's recession proof. It actually these guys there's going to be another $30 charge to our account because they have a dress up day for to be a rock star, guys, like a pop star dress up day. My daughter's 2 years old, chat. That's going to be $30 added to the account. Let's go. Especially the ones in Minnesota. Yeah, I know. The whole market is consolidating, trying to trade silver and gold, and it's ranging as well, so it's not NQ only. Yeah, Jess. Yeah, and you gotta. So like I said, guys, you can make money in a range bound market. It's just a matter of kind of knowing the, right, plotting out the range and trying to trade it. I would say that you can't get too greedy though trading a range, because at some point we all know that range is going to get broken in either direction. So if you're buying the bottom as an example, at some point the bottom of that range is going to break, right? It's not going to hold forever. So you still have to be sensible as far as like, okay, how much profit am I looking to take, and then be content, right? So for me, if I'm taking a range trade, like I took 2 shorts at the bottom trying to look for a break, and and that's basically just not even really following my own rule on that, right? And I got to be honest, because I'm not perfect either, guys. Like technically, as a range trader, you want to sell the top of the range and you want to buy the bottom of the range. So once we finally had that little small candle closure on this candle, that pretty much like broke below the ORB low of 25,852, that's when we had that bearish reaction to the downside, right? So if you got in right at the break of it, you had to sit through maybe 8 points of drawdown, and then price kind of snapped to the downside, right? So that would have gave you over 30 points on a short as an example, right? And right now, yeah, top of the range once again, guys. As of right now, it's playing out, right? That we're getting a sell back down. Getting a retracement back to the downside. Dress up for daycare or a G63. Yeah, I know, right? D, are you a long-term investor? Do you invest in or trade stocks? OD invest. Yeah, so I don't trade stocks. I mean, I basically just kind of let some of these stocks ride. I think right now, me and PW is talking about that on a previous stream, how some of these stocks out there, chat, right? You think about like Nvidia, you think about Apple, some of these similar stocks. are probably good long-term investments. Not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to provide that. I'm just saying what I'm doing with my own portfolio. So I do have some of that, right? Also Bitcoin, right? Long-term. So you look at how much money is kind of flowing into Bitcoin, guys. Overall, you got ETFs and like all of that stuff. So yeah. I have 3 kids in private school. It's expensive. Yeah, I know. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. My daughter's 2, and, you know, it's over $1,000 a month for daycare for a 2-year-old. So go figure. And, you know, the best part, so you miss a day, and they're like, oh, no, it's the same price. You know, it's tuition, right? You're like, tuition? They're closed Monday, guys. MLK is on Monday. I was telling Ginger that earlier, right? They're closed Monday, MLK, let's go. And guess what? You still pay for the whole week. That's daycare for you, right? They were closed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, obviously. You still pay for the full week. They were closed New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. You still pay for the full week. Let's go. $3,000 a month for my twins in daycare. Wow. Yeah, guys. I think obviously I got a daughter, right? That's my only child. Jerome has 8, but I only have 1, guys. So you know, I think that's the biggest thing. And my brother, I have a brother, guys. As he's a year older than me. He has a daughter and he has a son. So kind of knew that he has his kids in daycare at one point, but I think that's the biggest shock is the daycare deal, guys. These guys are making a killing. And then they're like, oh, we got a week of teacher appreciation. So they had a whole week last year where they encourage people to bring in gifts for the teachers, guys. So every day they had a new they had a new focus, guys. One day it was like, oh, bring desserts and flan and like all of this stuff. One day bring them music and all this stuff. And so the baby mama was so like stressed out about getting them a nice cake and all this stuff. And I'm not trying to sound rude, guys, but I'm like, listen, if I'm paying over $1,000 a month for daycare, that's the gift. I'm not bringing I'm not bringing you any gifts. Like what are we talking about? It's crazy, man. But yeah, market right now, chat. Nothing new. Kind of selling back off a little bit, right? Compared to that range market. Just rejected off 25,915.75. Hanging out right above the 14 EMA. On a 5-minute chart, 25,885. It's about $2,500 to $3,000 a month up north. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It might go to the upside. Yeah, it could. Finally, right? It could break out, but it's like almost unbelievable that we basically had kind of like 3 candles, if you want to call it that, and not even full. You had one full body. Think about that, chat. We've only had one full body candle. This candle right here at 1050 on a 5-minute chart that closed outside of that consolidation range. Because the previous candle didn't even have a full body outside of it. And then now we're right back inside. We're at the top of the range again. So that kind of sums up what we're looking at today on the chart. The only good thing is, what I will say is, typically when you have a day of ranging like this, especially during the open, right? This is more common what we're seeing right now during power hour or the afternoon session. So, but when this happens, typically during the open session, guys, that 9:30 a.m. session I'm referring to, we typically have, there's a big move. There's some nice movement coming at some point, right? So maybe tomorrow's a better move. I'm hopeful. I'll say that. A lot of earnings reports. Yeah, let's check that out real quick. Who do we have? Who do we have reporting earnings today, chat? Who's reporting today? I know there was a lot of banks this week. Who will be streaming a Power Hour? You, Jerome, or PW? Lucy Trades. Yeah, Power Hour chat. It's gonna be. We're gonna be. I think I said that yesterday. We haven't neglected. We haven't forgot about Power Hour. Obviously this week PW's out doing some fishing, guys. He has some tournaments going on. I think next week as well. So when that, when he's out fishing doing a tournament, or he's racing in the desert, or taking some time off, I'm gonna be obviously doing the 9 a.m. Gonna be starting streaming at 9 a.m. Outside of that, typically my stream will start when PW's here back at the BDH. My session will start at probably around 11, and then we'll kind of go from there. And we do have plans throughout the year. We're gonna obviously be streaming some of those Power Hour sessions. However, it sounds like the Power Hour for us going forward is gonna be 3 o'clock, right? 3 to 4. So because we're gonna be doing some of those AM streams. So we're gonna, plan is probably we'll do like, the AM session. We'll probably go to lunch, come back, do some content, and then probably do 3 to 4 Power Hour. So I would just say stay tuned, guys. A lot of banks today. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Market Strike. That's what I saw earlier in the week. I know Bank of America reported this week as well. So a lot of bank earnings. Nothing really to kind of get excited about right now. We're rejecting the 5-minute range that I kind of got drawn out. Sideways barcode action outside of like a couple candles that kind of dropped to the downside, and we pop right back up. So far, doesn't mean that can't change, right? Small retracement now, but we made a new high from yesterday's overnight. Yeah. And maybe we pop this, chat. I mean, that's a possibility. The 15-minute chart looks pretty good, to be honest. The 15-minute chart looks like a nice like V-shaped recovery to the upside to kind of snap 950 and go higher so far. 30-minute chart, same thing, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we snap these highs up here. Finally. But today was like a scrappy day. You had to kind of fight for everything, and kind of cray-cray with Lil Ray Ray. All right, there's a pop through. Finally, the top of that box, and you got to kind of keep an eye on the high up here at 25,925.75. That's the level that needs to get taken to kind of officially like pop outside of that range. And so you got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on this current candle to see if that happens. Still inside of the 15-minute ORB at 11:22 on a Thursday. We're still inside of the 9:30 opening range. Let's go. DMONEY, do you know the Gandhi method? I just just hit my take profit. No, I do not. I'm glad it's working for you though. I'm not the streamer, guys, that I think everybody kind of knows that at this point. Like, I'm not the streamer that's going to say that something doesn't work. I think that in the ideal market, anything, any strategy is going to work, to be honest. So, like, as an example, if we're in a trending market, it's kind of hard if you're trading with the trend to be wrong on a specific strategy, right? Like, I mean, because you're riding the trend. You're looking for higher highs and higher lows. So, all right. We just put in. Finally, guys, we just put in a higher high. You gotta love it. 11:23. Let's go. Sorry, I'm at the Jerry, what's up, man? So guys, Jerry wants to know if you're green or red today. He wants to know if the chat's green or red today, guys. On a choppy price action day, right? I think it's gonna be mixed because of the chop, to be honest. Yeah, see, but I do see, I see a lot of green. To be honest, I see a lot of green. I see some red, but I see a lot of green. Flat. Green up $1,300. Somebody said bankruptcy. Oh, man. Green 400, all green, neutral, dirty NQ did me dirty. Yeah today. So yeah, if you're not a range trader, guys, you probably struggled a little bit, right? Because it was a range bound market so far, pretty much, because we're actually right back inside of that range. Now that doesn't mean that we can't continue higher. Current 5-minute candle doesn't have a top wick, so this could easily kind of push back up and expand to the upside to kind of revisit 946 if they're going to push it. But tomorrow we'll have a better price action day. Yeah, that's what I think, Jerry, right? Because a lot of times this happens after, remember, we had an overnight move like 250 points to the upside. Perfect price action almost, right? Higher highs and higher lows being put in if you look at the 5-minute chart. So this is what I'm kind of saying. Like, overnight was basically the wave, right? Even like, I hate to say it, but even like from like 7:30 this morning, right? You had higher highs, higher lows right off the EMAs, respecting it, and then pushing, you know what I mean? You had like that nice higher high retracement, higher high retracement, higher high. And then now we're kind of chopping. So and you're right at that 5-minute charts box, right, that I kind of drew out. We're right back inside of it, guys. So if this candle closes bearish, we're headed right back down. And that's what's happening right now, right? So keep in mind that that high was put in, and like the pattern's been basically you put in a high, and then price reacts right back. So we're right back inside of that box again, guys. Let's go. if I had to trade, if I have to trade the range, what would be my approach? Basically, yeah, that's why I kind of have it drawn out since earlier. You basically buy you basically sell the top of the range and you buy the bottom of the range. That's all you can kind of do. So not much going on, chat. 15-minute chart now looks weak. Long wick at the top, but at the moment it's still green. 5-minute chart kind of closed right back inside of the previous range that we're kind of talking about after that high that was put in. Any candle patterns? No, to be honest. You want to, that doesn't really apply when you're trading a range. You know, yeah, you want to look for wicks. You can be more cautious and like look for wicks as an example. Like say you were buying the bottom of the range, like you could look for a wick off of the bottom, like down here as an example, and you can look to enter on the next candle because it closed green with a long wick. And then, but you're almost better off buying right off the bottom of like the ORB and putting your stop, like waiting for a retracement down to like the ORB as an example and putting your stop below the previous candle's low. So it's like 10 points. Because you got to measure your stop, right? Like that's the thing. How much are you willing to risk on a trade if it doesn't play out? Because at some point, the range is going to get broken. Do I look at the 14 and 50 EMA as support right now? So would you not go short, right? So, all right. If you kind of look at the range that we're stuck in, but you can kind of see also that we're building up on look to the right on a 5-minute chart. You got like some highs up here. You got a retracement. You got highs up here. You got a retracement. Right. So this is kind of tricky because it could pop and kind of grind higher from this level. Right. So for a short, you would probably want to see us back below 890 to go short, and I would probably target 865. If it holds this level, we're probably going to break 930 and kind of head up to the top of the range. So you would almost want the same pattern looking immediately to the left on the 5-minute chart to reoccur, right? Like you got some highs up here. You had a retracement to the EMA. You had a bounce to the upside. You got a high up here. You got a retracement to the EMA, and then you got a push to the upside. So that's what you would kind of like want to expect, but you know that's invalidated if we break below that 890 level. Because the previous 5-minute candle, so if I'm bullish right now, chat, I don't want to see the previous 5-minute candle's low get broken. I would expect price to push to the upside. And not take out the previous 5-minute candle's low. Right? So you would expect it to pop maybe 934. There's a pop to the upside, guys. And kind of continue to grind higher. After low of the day, buyers are and still in control, isn't it? You're saying buyers are probably in control. Yeah, so you had some lows put in here, and like I said, yeah, I can't be short here unless we break down basically back below the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So I'm bullish right at this moment because of the price action that's kind of occurring, right? You want to start seeing price on the 5-minute chart basically kind of hold the previous candle's lows and start kind of grinding to the upside. So you can kind of see that. You can see some of that here on the chart, right off the 14 EMA. So that's why I was saying, in order to be bearish or semi-bearish, you would have to basically kind of see that level. You want to see that level get broken. If not, we're probably gonna pop up here to like 946 or higher. So that's what I'm seeing right now, chat. I mean, it's where would I invalidate the long? Yeah, if it breaks the previous candle's low. So if it breaks the previous 5-minute candle's low, that's where this arrow is. So you're looking at 25,892. If it breaks below there, then that kind of invalidates the higher low kind of like scenario that I'm talking about, right? To kind of push higher. Because we're establishing new lows on a 5-minute chart. You don't want to see that. You want to see lows. You want to start seeing basically higher highs and higher lows be established. And if that's not the case, then that thought process is invalid at the moment. So good luck, guys. I'm done for today. Up 500 on 2 accounts. Thankful for discipline. Hey, congrats. Cars, bars, and stars. Let's go. Yeah, see how we're kind of selling off on the 5-minute chart. So if you're bullish, or if you're a bull right now, you're like you're antsy now because you didn't want to see this rejection. See how, all right, so now we just put in a lower low, guys, compared to the previous 5-minute candle's low. So you would expect downside, right? Selling pressure to kind of step in now. And that's kind of happening now. About a 10-point, 11-point drop. And you got a snapback so far. So 15-minute chart's bearish at the moment. Long wick at the top and the bottom. This has been happening all session. And we're still stuck inside of the opening range, guys. It's 11:30, so that kind of explains this price action today, right? So let's go. But I'm literally getting nowhere trading, just saw money down the drain. So I think maybe you need to, I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe you need to kind of look at your sizing, look at your risk, how much are you risking per trade. Like, there's nothing wrong with trading smaller until you feel comfortable taking some of those trades that you're taking. I mean, today's not, like, I'll put it like this, chat. I would not let today kind of define you, or let today define you as a trader, because the price action today was not great, right? It's not great. Like, we're literally still stuck inside of the ORB. It's almost 11:40. So, I mean, I wouldn't beat yourself up about a range-bound market in the U.S. session today. Still inside the ORB. You know, approaching the 12 o'clock hour like that. Like, you know what I mean? Now, what I would do is I would look at, okay, maybe I need to learn how to trade a range. So that way, if the market decides that it's going to range on a specific day, you're able to kind of arm yourself and be able to take advantage of it. Green with $4,000, about to call it a day today. Thanks, DMONEY. Hey, congrats. Zero momentum. Yeah, exactly, Marks. That's why you gotta know how to trade a range, right? Because chat, not every day it's gonna be a momentum day in the market. So if you're one dimensional and you can only trade momentum, that's gonna hurt you on range days, because you're not gonna get those breakouts, those big breakouts that you're looking for. Price is basically gonna maybe put in, you're probably gonna try to trade a breakout like here as an example. So if you traded this breakout thinking this was a breakout on this specific 5-minute candle at 11:20, right? So you tried to play the breakout. You got in at 9:22. It went up 10 points. You probably held it and it snapped back the opposite direction on you, and you know the next candle and closed green and dropped 29 points, that's what I'm talking about, right? There's not a ton of follow through. So had a great and bad day today. Passed my third 300K eval. Got a payout from one of them. Congrats. Huge thanks, D-Money. You and Pat have helped me so much. Lost an account today, but got 2 more. Thanks for the help. Hey, Lance, I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I wish today's price action was better, chat, but it's not, right? I mean, I can't. Obviously, you guys know that I think, like, I don't control the market, so you just have to kind of try to trade what's in front of you, and some days are not A-plus setup days where you have to decide, is it worth trading? You got to decide if, you know, hey, am I going to lower my risk? You got to decide if, hey, maybe I'm taking 1 or 2 good setups off the range and then I'm done for the day, like, etc., right? Just part of the game. Yep, it is. Just part of the game, guys. But I don't think it hurts to learn how to trade a range, in all honesty. I'm starting to think I'm a failure. Nah, you can't. You can't feel it. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not, don't let it defy you. Guys, I had my first trade was a 15-point trade. The second trade was a snap, tried to take a short right out the ORB. It snapped back on me 60 points. I tried to think a short again. It snapped on me the opposite direction, right? I was able to kind of scalp some of these shorts, like once I saw price rejecting, to end with some W's, guys, right? So, I mean, and I only traded 1 account, right? So I had to make back some of the losses. One of these accounts that I was kind of scalping on, didn't trade silver. I don't know why it's showing silver there, right? But this account's up about 500 bucks. And there's, guys, at the end of the day, I'm 1,000% content, guys, because of the price action. We're in a range market, right? So like, I had to fight. I had to basically trade my way out of like being yoked almost, 30 points on one trade and then yoked like 20 something points on another trade, guys. So I'm not, like I said, don't let it define you that, today's a range day, guys. It happens. I mean, price action not tradable. Managed to shave some off my losses, but still red for the day. Gotta live to fight another day. Thank you, D-Money. Hey, I appreciate that, boss Driz. Hey, D-Money, every time I lose a trade, you giggle and it's created beef between us. Oh, man. I love you. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, yeah, right. Clearly I don't know when you're taking a trade. So, but either way, I love you. So yeah, I mean, I think today's a good lesson though, chat. Some of these sessions are going to be lesson sessions, right? Meaning that it's kind of like, I kind of figured that out a little bit, to be honest. When I started, PW was like, hey, you're going to trade the PM session, and I'm going to do the morning session, which, is not a surprise, right? Because obviously PW trades that's the times that he streams. So, basically I had to kind of go back and look at some of the afternoon sessions, guys, and look at price action. And I kind of saw that price a lot of times is ranging. This is a lesson for, like, if you So you got to like gut check yourself. Today's like a gut check day, right? Only you're going to know, like, are you one dimensional, meaning that you only can trade breakouts, right? If you're only a breakout momentum trader, like you probably want to kind of go back and start looking at ranging, you know, a range bound market and kind of like, hey, like, let me start kind of looking into range trading, because at least you can, you know, it's not a write-off day, right? If you're able to kind of, like I said earlier, identify some of these ranges. But if you're one-dimensional, now, I'm going to say this, you do not have to be a range trader. You can turn your computer off. You can close your phone. You can go do something else. You can go touch grass, right, as an example. So you got to decide. You got to decide on that. Only Omar, yo, D-Money, keep being great, man. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate that. But you guys got to understand, right? For me, being a streamer now, right? Being a part of the BDH, like if PW is like, hey, you're going to trade the afternoon session, I gotta learn how to, I gotta look at ranges, guys, because this happens a lot in the afternoon. I know a lot of you guys rock out with me in the afternoons, and I mean, there's been days where we've been stuck in a range for hours, right? We've been stuck in a 10, 20 point range for hours. I've been stuck in trades for over an hour or 2 hours, right? Like, because price literally goes nowhere. So this is not new to me, but it's rare that it's more rare, I guess, in the open, you know, right? In the morning session. So when it happens, everybody's like freaking out because they're like, what is going on? But in the afternoon, this is happens a lot. Jerry, am I staying for power hour, or are we coming back tomorrow? Yeah, I'm not trading power hour today. Yeah. So when I trade in the morning, like this, guys, like early, you know, there's not going to be a power hour session. When me and PW are like tag teaming, so he does the 9 a.m. and then I do 11 o'clock. Then yeah, there will be some afternoon shows going on. So just kind of keep that in mind. D, did you make your money back? Yeah, I'm up on this account like $500. So I'm up like $500. So I was able to kind of claw back on some of those scalps, right? Because of what was happening. So that's why I said I'm not disappointed, guys. I mean, I guess I'm disappointed that I wasn't more patient today. And to be honest, so because I typically try to wait for a break of the ORB, and I tried to anticipate the break because once it kind of got down there, it broke, but it didn't close. And typically I try to wait for a close of a candle below the ORB, and that would have kind of saved me some headache, to be honest. So, and you know, I mean, I got to be honest on that, right? I can't lie. I'm not going to lie about it. Not going to lie, guys. So I'm not perfect either. I honestly don't know what to do at this point, D-Money. I'm just being honest. It's not working for me, literally. Yeah, so all right, check this out. If I know there's a lot of streamers out there, chat. There's a lot of people on social media that trade. And I think if they were transparent, they would probably kind of, maybe some of them are, I don't know. Obviously, I only basically communicate constantly with PW, so I don't know. Other than somebody that's kind of came to the BDH, right? And I'm sure I'll meet some of those people. I know Nutty Bar at some point will be at the BDH, like, you know, as an example, right, this year. So I'm sure I'll meet him, but kind of break this down. If you're new to trading, or you're in a losing season, you can't let it define you. That's what's gonna basically kind of allow you to push through to the other side to start seeing payouts, right? So, it took me years to get to a payout, guys. I'm transparent on that, right? There's plenty of times where I wanted to quit. There's plenty of times where, and remember, guys, I was working Walmart, Target, 40 hours, didn't even see that, right? I was working 50, 60-hour weeks, 70-hour weeks sometimes, and still trying to figure out the whole trading thing and figure out my strategy and like all of that stuff. And there's plenty of times I wanted to quit. There's plenty of times where family members were like, you know, maybe you should stop trading. Or like, you know, is it worth it? Like, where's the payout? Like, right? Like, where? So, and it's like kind of funny because sometimes even like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, guys, like they'll, if you tell them, you got to be careful who you tell you trade, because they could also kind of have an influence on your mental state and almost kind of like talk you out of your dream, right? So if your dream is to be a trader full time, if your dream is to, you know, not do the 9 to 5, traditional 9 to 5, like you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to push, guys, and not quit. Doesn't mean that you won't blow accounts. Doesn't mean that, you know, you basically in trading chat, the way this is set up, you're going to pay to learn just like you would a normal tuition. Your losses should be learnings. And that's why I was kind of trying to point out today that if you're only a breakout trader, you probably need to learn, I would say, right, that you need to learn how to trade a range. And I know that, you know, when the market is breaking out and it's grinding in one direction, guys, everything feels great. But that doesn't happen every day. Right? It doesn't happen every day, guys. So I'm not gonna. We're finally breaking out again to the upside. So keep an eye on that. So this is basically slow grindy action, I think, to finally pop above 946.
But silence had something else to say.
How do I deal with trailing drawdown? Take profit when you got it. You got to take profit when you got it, right? So because the way that trailing drawdown works is it's from your high point in profit, right? So like say you're up 500 bucks. You don't, you know, you try to go for more and it pulls back on you. Now you're up $200. Well, you lost $300 in trailing drawdown, right? So you got to try to take profit when you got it, guys. You can't be too greedy, because like today in a range market, like a lot of people got ate up if they got trailing drawdown, right? It's even worse if you got trailing in a range market, because you're trying to trade a breakout. So you're up like, you know, maybe you're up 10 points. Then you hold it, the next candle pulls back 30 points. So technically you lost 40 something points of drawdown. Back down, yep. So far, back down. Gotta love it. So, but it's the last 10 minutes of the 1 hour. Yeah, you might get a push here. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. It is bullish. Let's take these arrows off. So yeah, the 1 hour chart's looking pretty good, to be honest, guys. So yeah, we're finally gonna, it looks like, pop these highs up here. Keep an eye out on 946. Or higher to the upside, guys. So a higher high was put in again, right? So are they finally gonna pump this above 25,946, which is the ORB high that's been kind of hanging out up there all day? All right, so just a quick kind of like tidbit. So notice how I was saying earlier, you want to see when price is kind of grinding to the upside. You want to see like higher highs and higher lows. That's how you kind of know that there's some bulls kind of like stepping in with some conviction. And on a 5-minute chart, you kind of see that, guys, right? The 1140 candle, you had a low, you had a higher low, you had a higher low, and you had an explosion to the upside. That's what you want to see. And you might get a pop here going into the close, guys, above like 950. And a rejection. Let's go. So far, right? So, all right. Right back inside of the range. After that pop, that's what happened last time, right? You had a high over here put in. And then you had 2 bearish candles, and then you had a green candle back the opposite direction. So momentum picking up. Yeah, we'll see. Worst day I've seen in weeks. Hey, D, what is the solution for overtrading? Like today, I'm up more than 0.5% on 3 accounts, but I feel it's not enough. That you pretty much just answered your own question indirectly. When is enough, right? Like, I think we have to put it in context, guys. So I don't know, if you have a conventional job and you make an hourly rate, so kind of look at that like, hey, okay, across 3 accounts, how much money did I make? Why am I still trading on a nasty price action day, right? Is it smarter to walk away and come back tomorrow? So you have to maybe put a block yourself out. Like, guys, I've done that so many times. I'm gonna be fully transparent right now. I think PW's talked about that before as well, guys. There's been so many times that I've been a couple $100 away from payout, guys, and all I had to do was walk away, right, and either flip or wait for a better price action day just to pick up a quick $200, and then the payout secured. But what happens? I want to finish it today, right? And maybe I'm trying to finish it in a range market, and you get yoked or something, right, on a candle, and then all of a sudden now you're trying to fight it, right? You're trying to fight the loss that you just had because you can't believe that you couldn't walk away. And then what happens, guys? No payout, right? And that almost hurts more than just blowing the account, because I would almost rather blow the account, guys, right? Because it's like so that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to, that right there, chat, that's the hard part of trading, right? That's the hardest part of trading is kind of like controlling yourself. And I know it sounds, maybe some people are new to trading and they're like, what is he talking about? You're going to find out, unfortunately, right? And maybe hopefully you don't have to deal with it as much. I've been trading for 10 plus years. So I've done that so many times, guys. And if anybody kind of tells you differently, they're lying. They're lying. So they don't, or maybe they don't want to admit it, but trust me, they're lying. Because instead of just walking away, right, with the profit and coming back later, you're like, oh, I got to finish this right now. I got to finish it right now, right? And what happens, guys? Something crazy is going to happen. It's going to be a yoke candle. It's going to be, maybe Trump is speaking. I did that once, guys, where, believe it or not, I think I was like close to a payout, and Trump was like, I don't even think I checked it. I was at home. This was months ago, but I was at home, and I don't think I checked the news, guys. And the day that I didn't check the news, I think Trump was speaking for like 3 hours, guys, on the screen. Like, this guy would not get off the screen, guys. And the price action was just ridiculous. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I was like fighting it because I'm like, oh, I only need like $200. Crazy.
From ashes to life.
You gonna learn today? Yeah, I know. Pretty much.
Not who I was, but who I could
How many years did I take to get a payout? Over 2 years. So if you're trading, guys, and I know that sometimes we'll see people in the chat, hey, I've been trading for 6 months, watching you guys, and I got my first payout. Like, you are ahead of the learning curve, in my opinion, because you're doing really well. Keep grinding, but I would also say that be prepared, because trading, there's peaks and valleys, meaning that you're gonna have rough patches, you're gonna have green streaks, you're gonna have, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. That's part of the journey. I know PW kind of talks about that openly as well. That's just how it is, guys. Just made Tim Field just made a killer turkey club sandwich. Let's go. That sounds good right now. Not gonna lie. Yeah, right now price is kind of looking a little pushy to the upside, chat. Like they want to kind of go up and revisit 25,946. But I mean, it's been one of those days, guys, right? It's been one of those days where, you know, it's 12 o'clock, is right at 12 o'clock. We are hanging out inside of the 15-minute opening range. So, yeah. So I see how this 5-minute candle is kind of reacting. Kind of like, you know, pushy. Looks like it kind of wants to go to the upside, guys. But you're going into the close of a 1-hour candle. And, you know, that could be a trap. So I would say be careful. But it's holding the 14 EMA, so that's positive for bulls. And you would expect an expansion to kind of go up and challenge if it's going to continue, right? Like that 923 area. But you want to start seeing, like, at some point it needs to get away from these EMAs and just kind of expand higher.
From ashes to light,
right? And push to the upside, right? Kind of explode, take out the previous candle's high, 928 area, head up to 946. So that would be the thought process there. And there's a flush. Right back down. Kind of sums up the session, guys, right? Calling it a day, lame day. Yeah, it is. When you write, you write. Not much going on, guys. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. We out here rocking out. Nasty price action day. Still inside the opening range at 12 o'clock. Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you're not subscribed to the channel. You know what to do. Trying to get to 2,000 likes, guys. We're at 1,900. 1,900 likes on a choppy chop day. So got about 2,700 people tuned into the show. I think we're at almost at 5,500 today at peak, guys. 5,500 people tuned in. Craziness. Pine Tree Trader. Thanks for the real talk, D-Money. It took me 3 years to get a payout. No, now I crush these firms, but I'm still not the trader I want to be. We learn every day. I'm still here because I never gave up. Hey, I appreciate the $10 donation, Pine Tree Trader. And I think you're spitting facts, man. Right? Like I said, guys, if somebody's out there and they're kind of telling you something different, chat, they're lying to you, right? Maybe they're not. They don't want to kind of share that, but I honestly think it's part of the journey, and you're gonna experience it. So there's no reason to lie about it, right? I'm not gonna share. And to be honest, it kind of helps your story too, right? Because like you kind of look back, like, man, I got a payout, and it's like PW put out a stat a couple months ago that said that I think only 3.5% or something like that, crazy number, guys, of traders at a specific firm got to a payout. Think about that, guys. So that means that you're gonna have some losses. You're gonna have some ups and downs. You just got to keep grinding. D, am I doing power hour today with this price action? Absolutely not. So that would be a negative. Yeah, I'm not Zero interest in trading power hour, chat. Now, go figure, it'll probably be better, right? It might be better price action than right now, to be honest. But I mean, you can only handle so much, guys. I can only handle so much. I can only handle so much consolidation. Time for a margarita. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I mean, it's looking like it wants to go, guys. Like I said, above 946. Like, you would have to almost play it off the EMAs, right? Like, see how, like, it kind of gets to the EMAs, it bounces back up. Like, that's like the ideal entry for these little pops that have been happening. Your stop would be like below the previous candle's low, as an example. So your entry would have been, you know, close as you can to the EMA, stop below the previous candle's low. That's how you would have to play that for the ideal entry, right? But yeah, I have zero interest in afternoon session after this, guys, today. Look at the daily chart, it wants 26,000. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. And it might, you know, I think higher than 26,000. But you got to realize we were in a range. We broke to the bottom of the range. And then we went back in the range. Now we broke to the upside of the range. So you got to kind of realize that, right? We had a break below the range. We had a break above the range. So the question's going to be, is this upside going to continue? I think we popped the high up here at 946.25. The high I'm referring to, chat, let me clarify, that's the opening range high. 26,946.25. Got a brand new 1 hour candle that just opened. It does have a nice bottom wick on it. Kind of see that here, right? Nice bottom wick. So that's extremely bullish if that can kind of keep going. Thank you, BDH. You guys rock. If there's a rat Mount Rushmore, I hope you were there along with Jerome. I think you're saying trading Mount Rushmore, Skeletor, probably. I'm guessing that's probably what you meant to put. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. We hit 2,000 likes. I appreciate the support. I know today's not ideal price action. It was a scrappy day, but sometimes it's like that, right? So the good thing is that the market is open again tomorrow, right? Like, there's another trading session coming your way, right? So you don't have to, it's not always going to be ideal, but take what we can get. We keep it pushing. Do me a solid, guys, if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. It's kind of crazy because I talked at the beginning of the stream, chat, about the weather being a little nasty. Here in South Florida, it's rainy on the way in. Everybody forgets how to drive on 95, chat, when it starts raining. You know, for some reason, and it's like one of those deals. So right now we're up to 71 degrees. It feels like 65 is what it's showing. And it's going to be cloudy for the rest of the day. But tonight, however, overnight, the low, guys, is going to be 41 degrees. The high tomorrow is going to be 66. So believe it or not, chat, for if you're born and raised in Florida, this is freezing temperatures that's coming up. So I'm scared, guys. Oh, man. That's shorts weather. Yeah, I know. If you're not a born and raised Floridian, guys. So yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a little chill. Slow grind to the upside is what I'm seeing right now. 5-minute chart. We in negative degrees, Mr. Crawdad. Hey, sorry to hear that. I mean, obviously you're fine with that, right? But if you're born and raised in Florida, guys, they say that your blood gets thinner, right, Ginger? Isn't that what it is? Yes. So, you know, because we're down here with the heat, so anything below 65, I would say for me, chat, is freezing. I'm sorry, and I know that sounds bad, but like I'm just being honest, guys. Like. Did D just turn into a weatherman midstream? Let's go. All right, there you go. There's a pop to the upside. We do it all at the BDH, guys. Right? Weather, traffic, fishing, Ginger said. She's right. Daycare stories. Guys, we got you covered on all angles if you haven't noticed. Tune in to the D-Money Show. We do it all. Jack of all trades, master of none. Let's go. Oh, man. Guys, what else can you do when the market's been inside the opening range for since 9:45, guys? Come on, man. Oh, man. Yeah, so it looks like we want highs, guys, right? We want the opening range high. We just put in a high at 25,938. You got to pull back on a 5-minute chart slightly. No top wick on the current candle, so could get a pop up here to kind of finally kind of break that area. Now, if this kind of breaks back into that 920 area, guys, you're back inside of that box, believe it or not. So if you're a bull, you don't want that to happen. And it very well could. PW wants to know if we're making money, guys. So I think we got a mixed reaction today, PW. We're still inside the 15-minute opening range. So that kind of breaks down what's happening today. I'm up about $500 on this account. Some people took 0 trades. Some people, I saw a mixed reaction. We had some green. We had some people that didn't trade. We had some red. Little mix today based on the chop. Nevertheless, we out here, guys. We rocking. I just gave the weather forecast. So that was also for PW, guys, because he's on the boat. So I wanted to make sure he knew the weather situation. So Chop City. What color am I going to get the Mercedes in? That's a good question. So that's a good question, chat. So I like I'm a matte white kind of guy. So I like matte white. So yeah, PW just said it, right? Playing it freezing cold and raining out fishing. Wow. So it's even worse. Yeah. So he's fishing, guys, and freezing, and it's cold out there, like I said, on the water. So it's one of those days. What about concrete gray? You said, yeah, I like concrete gray as well. I like the gray as well, guys. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The gray is sick, and I don't see a lot of people with that color, guys. So that's like a top option as well. Like, I love the gray. I love that gray, guys. To be honest, I've had white cars like. And to be honest, I would probably lean towards the gray, chat, because I've had gray cars. Like I had a C300 coupe, red interior back in the day. It was white. I had a couple other cars that were white, guys. So I need a change. I need gray. PW said red interior. Yeah, I mean, I've had red interior too, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm not biased, guys. But the gray G-Wagon with red interior, yeah, that's sick. Cray with Lil Ray Ray, guys. And guess what? As we're speaking about it, guess what I said, guys, and look what's happening. We're right back inside the range. Let's go. Oh man, D changes his screen to gray. Now he wants a gray car.
When you're right, you're right.
When you right, you're right, guys. I love you. You know what's funny? I actually went to the dealership yesterday. I didn't even tell Ginger that, guys. I was at the Mercedes dealership yesterday, just kind of walking around looking, guys, because I'm a believer that you have to like visualize things. And I was always that kind of person, chat. I actually drove by houses like before I had a townhouse before I sold it, and I drove by houses, guys, like new construction houses all the time, like kind of looking, because I'm a believer that you have to visualize that kind of stuff and believe that it can happen. So if mentally you're not able to kind of visualize things happening in your life, chat, I think that makes it harder, right? You have to kind of visualize that stuff. Somebody said the law of attraction. Let's go. White chart, white car. Oh, man. The City Rooster said he does the same thing. Yeah, I'm a believer in visualizing, guys. So not much going on in the market. We're right back inside of the OR. We're still inside the ORB. However, we're kind of right back at the top of that consolidation range. So got to trend carefully here, guys. Not much going on with this whole craziness today. PW, he said, "Oh, I'm not biased on the car." Yeah, I mean, I think you know, I'm sometimes it's good to switch it up, chat. But it is choppy today on, you know, the market, right? It's kind of like, this is cray. This is afternoon session kind of vibes. I believe in you, DMONEY. Hey, Trading BDH Master, I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Honestly. D also a conference speaker. Law of attraction to receive it. LOL. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, it's not much you can do, guys, when we're kind of ranging like this, right? You can learn how to trade it, scalp. Made about $500 on an account, and you know, you kind of keep it pushing. Good news is there'll be better price action coming at some point. I shorted for 30 points because it was not breaking now. Stop loss at break even. I hope we push down to 860, or I'll get out at break even. Yeah, that's smart. You can also trail it down, right? You can trail your stop, put it deeper in profit as it kind of moves in your direction. What is the high and low of the range? Well, the problem is now it's a little bit more messier because you just had like a break above it. But the one that I was kind of referring to earlier, the high of the range was like 25,920. But we're right back inside, guys. I mean, like this is textbook. Got to kind of know when to hold them and when to fold them, as PW says. Because it makes no sense that we can't break the high of the opening range, which is 25,946. We're kind of playing around again. Back inside of the consolidation range that we've been stuck in since 945, guys. So let's go. Somebody said cup and handle. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see that. I can see that, but the only issue is that you know, it's kind of like, man, like, take your points and move, guys. That's basically what I'm saying. Take your points, take what you can get, and move on for the session, right? Because it's kind of like, makes no sense that we broke out, we put in a higher high, we had a rejection. Now, if you're bullish bias right now, you want to see the 14 and 50 EMA hold up on the 5-minute chart. You just had a bullish reaction right off the 50 EMA at 25,891, and we kind of expanded back to the upside. You would want to see that because you don't want to see us kind of break down below the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart if you're bullish. If you're bullish, you like this reaction and you think we're going to kind of go back up and revisit those highs up at like 25,000, like 938. But your entry would have had to be like right off that 50 EMA for the best possible entry. 6 of 6, unplug your mouse and enjoy the show. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, nevertheless, guys, we out here doing it. Hoping for a better price action tomorrow, obviously. In queue, nevertheless, I still love you. Right? It's like a love-hate relationship, chat, because yesterday we had some really good setups based off of some higher lows, lower highs and higher and lower lows, right? For some shorts. And that pretty much played for, I think, 4 or 5. I mean, I caught out so many trades yesterday. It was crazy. Today was kind of like you had to take what you can get. It's kind of scalp and survive, right? Today was like a survivor day. If you're break even, guys, on this session, I would say that you should be proud of yourself because you were able to control some emotions and be disciplined, because tried some of those ORB breaks. They didn't work. We got snapped, got yoked back the opposite direction. So that's what it is. This was the best day of the week for me. Crazy. Yeah. If you identified the range, you could have made money. I'm not, like, make no mistake about it, chat. Like, I'm not, if you start playing the range, right? And that's why you guys kind of notice that I start kind of calling out some of these levels and start kind of scalping some of the levels once I saw that the range was kind of happening, right? So yeah, you can, I'm not saying that you couldn't make money, but what I'm saying is yesterday was a trend market day where you had lower highs, lower lows. Every time price basically got back to the EMAs, it rejected cleanly, and it kind of continued in the direction of the overall trend. Now today, you can kind of fight the case that even though we were kind of like, we're stuck in this range, we are kind of starting to build out for more upside as of like more recently, right? Like after like 11 o'clock, you got pushes here. So like I said, this, where we're kind of sitting at right now on the 5-minute chart, that's kind of like an ideal entry for longs. And you don't want to see us break down below 889. You want to see us kind of react back the opposite direction, right? So like above 912 could be a potential long, headed up to revisit 937 or maybe even finally 946, which is opening range high. So that's how I see it today, chat. Any more trades? I mean, I would have to see something very convincing like I just talked about to probably want to join that. after almost 3.5 hours of consolidation, guys, right? D, how much gas you think LeBron has in the tank? I think this is his last season. Javier. Yeah, I think this is LeBron's last season, chat. This guy's basically, I mean, I'm reading stuff. If I'm not catching the game, because some of those games are on the West Coast, so they start a little later. But that he's not kind of like being in the huddle and like all that stuff. So he's kind of like borderline, like I think it's his last season. I gotta say, pretty fun stream for straight slop price action. Hey, Mike, I appreciate that. D, I missed most of the stream. How did you do today? Well, I gotta be honest, you didn't miss an eventful stream. Tried to keep it as entertaining as possible. Up about $500. Had to claw my way back after some nasty range, like wick action. All you gotta do is go to the 15-minute chart and draw out the 15-minute opening range, and we are still inside of it. So that we're in the middle of the opening range right now. So that kind of tells you what happened today. You didn't miss much. Hey, green is green. Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm not disappointed, chat, right? I'm not disappointed. I'm just take what you can get. D-Money got a TED Talk coming out soon. Oh man. The thing I'm most content about, chat, I appreciate the support from everybody. But I can actually be myself, right? Like I could be myself. I don't have to be anybody else. And I'm appreciative of that from the chat. So thank you guys for rocking out with D-Money. Even on the days when the price action is not ideal, chat. We got 2,100 likes on the stream. I appreciate the support. We just out here trying to make a little money. Jerome doesn't count. Yeah, I know. Oh, as far as being myself. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jerome doesn't count, guys. I'm saying in general, right? Be myself, so. Yeah, man, you're the distraction I need when trading. LOL. Hey, I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, not an eventful day today, chat. Still inside the ORB. That happens sometimes. I'm not surprised after that move overnight. So if you're a London trader, you probably capitalize on a lot of the move, and you're definitely probably not disappointed, right? Because the market was trending, kept putting in higher highs and higher lows overnight. So you're probably feeling good and not concerned about the chop or the range market that we're kind of stuck in. But if you did not trade overnight, you're not thrilled, but tis his life, so to speak. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day, chat. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll be back doing it again. Same time, same place. D-Money, what's a good time to trade silver? I've seen that it's super volatile, has a lot of volatility during Asian session. I know a lot of people traded, after 6, right at 6, or after 6. So I know that's a good time as well. And obviously you get some volatility during the U.S. session as well. But I know at night, for some reason, guys, there's a lot of volatility with silver. Typically a lot of good movements between 7 and 8 o'clock. A lot of times. Somebody said London as well. Yeah, if you're able to trade London, I don't know where you're based, but I'm obviously in South Florida, chat, so I'm not trading the London session. There's enough volatility typically in the U.S. session to be able to avoid that. But I was that trader at one point that tried to trade all sessions, guys, and I can tell you how that worked out. because you're mentally exhausted and you don't feel like you're exhausted, right? But you are. Like mentally, you're not as sharp. Not much to kind of talk about right now on the charts. We're right back inside of that little range I drew out from earlier. It was like a little 50 point range, a little bit over 50 points, right, to the upside. We're right back inside of that. We're kind of selling off, rejecting it perfectly. So, in a nutshell, not much to write home about. What's the symbol for silver? Yeah, it's SIH6. So it's actually I just dropped that in. I would say trade cautiously though. There's a lot of volatility, guys. Make sure you're sized appropriately. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just kind of breaking that down for you. Did you start seeing success after moving from the 1 minute chart to the 5 minute chart? Yeah, I think I had a higher run rate. Somebody's at the door, Ginger, I think. Probably a delivery. Yeah, 1 minute, mostly it'll cook or reward you. Yep, I agree. Have I seen a market this bad in a while? Normally it's not this bad during the US session, but I know PWs, this has happened a couple times over the last like couple months where it's been stuck inside the opening range during the US session. So this is obviously not the first time and unfortunately not the last time. On a side note, guys, looks like John Harbaugh signed a $100 million contract with the Giants for 5 years as a new head coach. Crazy, man. $100 million, 5 years, worth almost $100 million, right? So if you're a Giants fan, you're probably happy with that news, to be honest, because he's a good coach. Just a matter of, can they get it rolling? D-Money, remember from the top short to 15 minute, 30 and 30 minute EMA. Yeah. And that's what's playing out right now, right? I mean, like you're rejecting and you're going back down to the bottom of that box that I got on the chart, guys. I mean, it's like textbook at this point. Like that's what's happening. That's what's happening, guys. So not much to kind of write home about. Wasn't he just fired from somewhere? Yeah, he got fired. C. Bruce from the Ravens. And less than like 2 weeks, he's already employed by the Giants. Let's go. But remember, guys, I think he's been a coach for like, what, 20 years? He's been in the Ravens, I think, for like 18, maybe even longer than that as a coach. So a lot of experience, obviously. So everybody knew he was going to get rehired somewhere. And, I mean, at this point, it's on Lamar. And I'm a Lamar fan, guys, because obviously Lamar is from South Florida. He's from this area. So I'm a Lamar fan, but he's going to have to also kind of get it rolling in the playoffs, guys, when it matters, right? He's been an MVP twice and like all of that stuff, and you got to get it rolling. When you enter a trade, do you have a mental or hard stop? Yeah, typically it's mental a lot of the time, just depending on what's going on. I know when the trade for me is going to be invalidated, but there's nothing wrong with putting a hard physical stop. But a lot of times my stop is below the 14 or 50 EMA as an example. I do that a lot. Just depends on what's going on. You're getting a nice little sell-off here. Rejecting once again, guys, the top of that box that I kind of got drawn out on the chart. Right back down. Shout out to Lamar, but he's just a less good prime Cam Newton. Sadly, their styles don't last. Yeah, but I think I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, I mean, he has to show up when it matters. And, you know, obviously I saw that the owner was basically saying he wants to keep Lamar and probably sign him to an extension. However, that's not going to matter if they don't win, right? So it's just frustrating. Like, you know, you're watching the game because he's from here and you're like, man, like, come on, man. Like, let's get it rolling. And then they lost to the Bills or they lost to someone else, right? It's like the same story in the playoffs. So we'll see. NQ selling off. Drake May can ball better, LOL. Yeah, you got to see over time, though, right? I can't keep losing. I can't keep winning with micros and losing with minis. Yeah, I know. Let's see if we break the bottom. Yeah. I mean, all right. So check this out, chat. We just kind of bounced right off the top so far of the range, right? Like off the bottom of it, we kind of had a bullish reaction, but we might flush it. Maybe this is the sell-off, guys. $15-minute chart looks bearish so far. 5-minute chart kind of selling down. Not much going on. I mean, it's the same old, right? The question is, can we kind of flush? Are we going to bounce from here, or are we going to flush the 25,852.75 level, which is the bottom of the ORB? Are we headed lower now, or is this just basically going to be compared to this level down here? Is this simply a higher low in a big old range, or, you know, something like that being put in, and then we bounce right back up? So who knows, guys? I'm gonna call it, chat. So I think I'm going to call it. So, I mean, we're still inside the ORB. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, guys. We're still inside the 15-minute range. So I think it's pretty good idea to call it. Up about $500 on the account, and tomorrow's another day, right? So do I use VWAP? No, I do not use VWAP. So I'm going to call it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. And tomorrow's Friday, guys, so praying for better price action. We've been stuck inside of this basically range for 3 hours and 15 minutes, guys, or at least over 3 hours, right? We've been stuck kind of like inside of the ORB for so not much going on. So I'm gonna call it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. And as always, guys, I love you. We gone.